I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. It's not even Christmas. Way past Christmas. Hey, this is the next day. Got the, I got all this floor out of here, look. See, and I slid this because it was on wheels. I had to make sure I turned the water off and disconnected that, and I've got the refrigerator in case you have anything in it. Make sure you get it plugged back in. And I was looking at this dishwasher here. See, I just took this trim cover off. It came off with two funky plastic screws. And that covered, that went out to about there. And see, they've got some wood flooring, and they went all the way back there. And that's what I'm hoping I can talk the flooring guys into doing. He said, oh, we just usually go to the feet, and then I'm like, what do you have to do? Then you have to adjust the feet on the back side taller than the front side, and all that, and then hope that it fits, because this dishwasher is going to ultimately go away 2 or 3 months after they get done putting this floor in. Yeah, you should do the kitchen remodel. If you're going to do a kitchen remodel, generally you do it before you install the finished floor. But we want to move in here, and we're committed to moving in here in a few weeks. And so I have to get the rest of the painting done, and we got to get the flooring. All this in here is going to be vinyl plank flooring, and then carpet upstairs. And I really want the guy to do underneath here, because when we tear out this kitchen later on, I need to make sure that whatever dishwasher is there and whatever little funky toe kick goes in there underneath, that it all covers the new flooring. And well, I had a condo in Maui. They had what was it? Natural stone floors, and they went all the way in there and all the way underneath here. In fact, see this? I wasn't sure. Oh, I think I showed you the other day. This here, it goes all the way under there. And so, see what I need to do. So I'm having to rethink this because obviously, if I want them to go under there the day that they come, I don't want to be messing with all this and talking them into it, and then having them say, well, if we have enough scrap, we'll go ahead and put some scrap in there. And then I'm pulling that out, pulling the floor out and the staples and sweeping up while they're in here, 3 guys doing the floor. So I've got to think about this. I think probably what I'm going to do, maybe not today, but another day, is I'll have to pull this dishwasher out of here. And in order to do that, this dishwasher is plugged in underneath the sink. The drain goes in across up to the air gap, back down to the garbage disposal. So that's got to be disconnected. The water line, there's a water line in there, that's got to be disconnected. And then once I disconnect the ends, then I have to kind of pull this out, feed it through, pull it out, feed it through, pull it out, feed it through. Just so I can get the floor removed. And then once I get it all back down to just regular construction site flooring, guess what I got to do? I probably got to, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave the dishwasher out. Maybe I'll just leave it out and let it set over there. And then when the flooring guys come, talk to them about it and convince them that I need to get that little section done. And then as they do their flooring in here, one way or another, they've got to get a straight shot from that front door all the way to this back door. Okay, then they'll fill something in, and then they'll start coming across. And so, after they fill in at least up to here, then they can finish out the kitchen, right? Before they come in this back area or in this front main room area, right? And so if I set the dishwasher over there, then we can carry it in here and slide it back into place after they finish this floor, or after they finish this floor in here. All I have to have those guys do is take it and carry it in and just plop it right down on top of the new flooring, right? And then I can mess with that. I can slide that all back in there and all that. Okay, so sometimes you gotta do things differently than how you like to do them, but hey, figure out a game plan and get her done. All right, time to pull staples out again. You see all those staples? Got to get those out of there. I'll get those staples out, and then I'll pull up the black paper, and then I'm actually pulling up the staples from the black paper, believe it or not, because lots of them are not down flush to the floor, and some of them are crooked, and I find, hey, it's just as quick to pull out the staples. There's not that many staples in here. In fact, the other afternoon, this whole area here, all of the staples that you saw, hey, they're gone. They're gone. I spent a good half hour, you know, taking all the staples out, and it was a good thing too, because remember I said I went over it once over, thinking I got all the nails and the little the finished nails along the edges and the staples to nail the flooring down. Well, son of a gun, I found a couple nails, maybe 3 more nails, and 2 or 3 more staples. Had I not gone through this with a fine-tooth comb, going back to take out the staples, then I wouldn't have found those, and it could have created a hump. And plus, if you don't get those staples out, then you got little black pieces of paper all over the place, and it kind of gives you a false sense that, okay, yeah, I'm done, everything's fine. And if you missed 2 or 3 staples that are coming up at an angle, you see how far those things are sticking up? Let's just say one of those you missed, kind of up next to the baseboard, or one was folded down and it caused a bump. And every time you come in from the garage, coming down, you can kind of feel the flooring give, because the whole flooring is not flat. It's raised up, and then it tapers down to flat again. And right in there, you could do that. You know what I mean? So spend some time and do it right. I just pulled up the black paper, and case in point, where is it? Where is it? Ah, there. See that? Right there. I mean, I ran my my hands down, and the paper was hiding it, and I couldn't see it. And I thought I had gotten them all, and I had 3 other ones of those over here, and I've already pulled them up, and I thought, I should have showed that. And I went over it a second time, making sure that I got them all. Okay, and you're not going to get all the black paper unless you take those staples out, and the staples stick up. Even if you pound them down, they still raise up a little bit. And this vinyl planking isn't that thick that they're going to put down, so I want to make sure it's smooth. And I'm going to do the best I can. There's not that many staples in here. You know, take me 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and that's my time well spent. Yes, of course I got my construction light on. It makes things so much easier. You can see everything. This will give me a chance too to get down on my hands and knees on my mat, my knee pad of course, and then I'll be able to pull as I'm pulling up the staples, I'm feeling my hand around sections as I go to make sure there's no more staples. And sometimes when they install oak planking or wood planking or anything with nails or staples, the majority gets stapled, and then along the sides, lots of times they'll have little finish nails. So careful, make sure you wear some gloves. Look at my gloves. I need to get some. I thought I had remembered to bring some today, and then I drove off without them. But I got more of these at home, so I got to bring another pair tomorrow. Okay, then gently feel your fingers across there and make sure there's no little finished nails or brads or anything like that down along by the toe kicks or next to the baseboards, because there was little nails all along the edges there, and over there. Okay, so check things out and do it right.